This is Real Estate Lunchbox. I appreciate you guys chilling out. Getting a little bit late and starting today. It's just been a lot of good things going on. You know what I'm saying? So your boy's over here. I'm back with another show. And if you don't know, Real Estate Lunchbox is where culture meets real estate. You're talking to a guy 20 years in the real estate business, 20 years married, 20 years plus years in the Atlanta metropolitan area. Oh, no. I love Atlanta. Don't get it twisted. I love Atlanta. Sometimes you got some weird stuff happening, but I love Atlanta. I love it. It's a different type of city. It's got its good, its bad, and it's ugly. And sometimes when it's ugly, I'm going to tell you, homie, it is very ugly when it is ugly. But before we even start rocking, I want you guys to go over to the Wealthy Gods Patreon. The link is in the description. Go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. Yo, come and support your boy, but more importantly, learn how to actually sell some real estate the right way. Learn how to content create. This is one of my channels. Is monetize this in 60 days, and I want to show you how to do it too. Really, Wealthy Gods is the sponsor for the show. You gotta have a sponsor for a show or something like that, right? But yeah, that's how we do it, bro. Like, subscribe, follow for more content. Everybody out there watching, I appreciate you guys. More importantly, I understand this is a lunch break show. So you at lunch and you probably eating and you're watching this. Or you're sitting at home cracking your toes and you're watching it. And I get it, 100%. You're like, Leon, I got stuff to do. I want to watch you in replay. Oh, no. Not a problem, bro. Replay videos always go up every day. We dropping something for you. Pulling on this. And I want to teach you guys how to actually do this and do it the right way. Mental health, spiritual growth, that's what we're talking about. And all you guys, stop coming after me. Yes, sometimes I cuss. Oh, no. Then don't do the things you know you want to do. Hey, everything's backwards and upside down right now. And when I saw some of these clips, I put them together, and we're going to talk more about them because if you don't know, this is a reaction channel, but we do a little bit of commentary. But if you want deeper commentary, just go over to Leon Duncan. Just go over to Leon Duncan. Just subscribe to the other channel. You get some really good commentary. And some of you guys, you're like, oh, Leon, you talk about God, but I want to hear you preach. Nick Rowe, you don't want to hear me preach. But I do give you a nice little inspiration every morning on the vlog. So go ahead and check out the Wealthy Gods vlog. And that's Gods with a lowercase g because he made us in his image. Stop acting like a clown, but let's get down. It is upside down right about now. Let's go.
Just launched a data center powered by living human brain cells. And before you ask whose brain cells they're putting in the computer, the situation gets weirder. They don't take them from somebody's brain. This all can get started with blood from a living person, meaning theoretically, they could put you in the data center. I'm Giga Chen, and I'm going to show you how this works because Singapore now has 20 biological computers that use real human neurons as part of the computing system. Let's be clear, when I said powered by, I didn't mean the neurons generate electricity. The neurons actually process information. So where did they get them? Reportedly, the neurons are from blood cells that were reprogrammed into stem cells.
Oh, snap. See, when my wife sends me videos to take a look at, because I know where this one came from. It came from my wife. And guys, if you want to send me a video, just check out you got a clip you want me to react to, just email it to me. The email's in the description and on the main page. But when my wife, she just drops it into me. She just messages me on TikTok. You can send it to me on TikTok, Real Estate Lunchbox on TikTok, or even Real Estate Lunchbox on Instagram. This is the type of stuff she be telling me. And I had to cut it short there because it's very weird and it's very much upside down. But I do know that the Chinese are actually dropping data centers into the middle of the ocean. I think that's really smart because we planting them right down the street from each other. And somebody's going to it's going to affect somebody. And I don't think it's going to affect them. I think it's probably going to be affecting us if we don't change it at all.
You know, Gary, Indiana has been pitch black for 7 days because they don't have no power. Back in April, I did a video on these light bulbs that don't need electricity, that don't need no power. Watch how I light this up. I got a box of 10, but I bought my dad a box because I didn't want him to be without lights. If anything happened to the power grid, at least we could have lights. But let me just show you. Let me show you how these work. I told you this is the first way, okay? By just squeezing it and touching the top. Also, they all come with one of these, and it's got a little switch on the front. And now you got lights. You can hang them up. It's got a little hook on it, so you can hang these up throughout your house. Let me unplug it.
What the hell?
So you just put it in any type of lamp. Comes with this in the box. And you take this, plug it in, and you got light. Okay? Another way is, and this one to me is like magic. I don't even understand it. But, so you take a glass, you put a little water in there, and you got light. What? Say you got something like a wet rag. Okay, I'm gonna wet it. Okay, and you touch it. That's another way. I just wanted to have it because I didn't want to be dependent on candles. You get 3 to 5 hours of light. When you need to charge it up, just simply put it in your lamp again. And of course, you have to have electricity to charge it up. And then it'll charge up for you. Tap the orange card so you can check them out. And I hope that everybody in Gary, Indiana gets the lights on very soon, that they get the help that they need, and that everybody stays safe.
To happen after you buy a woman.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, but she was so freaking low, I had to turn the volume up a little bit. I didn't expect it to shift that fast. I'm sorry, guys. But yo, that's crazy. I need something like that. And you know what? I'm very happy that some of you guys are actually starting to look at prior military people. We call it prepping. You know what I'm saying? We got that mindset that everything gonna happen and this gonna happen. So I love prepping. Water purifying, things like light bulbs, candles, batteries, things like that you need just in case something happens. But those guys over at Gary, Indiana, I just found out yesterday, you got 270,000 people without electricity. That is really, really deep. That's crazy.
Drink, man. What's supposed to happen? What you mean by that?
I gotta go home and yeah.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
I gotta go home and fuck, bro. But she ain't jacking it. Feel me, niggas gonna be tight. What did you say? It's gonna be tight. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't gonna lie. That's up in the air for real. So it's either she going or she not going. And if she not going, I need my bread back, gangsta.
You need your bread back.
I need my bread back, gangsta. Drinks is getting pricey, bro. Don Julio is like $50, gang. What we doing, like, it's not even much to be said. Like, bitch, I just bought you a drink.
Yeah.
You just gonna sip the drink in front of me?
Facts.
We got new air. I'm just saying this, guys. It's a bunch of new guys out here. I don't know where y'all get this thing from. Why y'all obsessed with a woman paying you back if you don't get any type of head? You don't get no box. You don't get no head. So you want her to pay you back for a drink that you pay for at the club? So she got to pay you back. Homie, this is not stocks. Like, we not investing. It's probably closer to real estate, but we still not investing. I think it's weird. I just think it's weird. I just think it's weird. Drop a comment and tell me if you think that's weird. Why? I get it. Like, you got those girls that come by, and I see them also when I be hanging out, man. They come, they want a drink. You can tell they broke. Oh, no. They came there because they know dudes will give them a drink, especially if they say something nice to them. But if she don't give you what you want, can you just like go get some more money? I just think it's weird. I think it's broke. That's what I think it is. I think it's the worst broke mentality that you could ever have. And I'm not saying giving money out to random people and just letting them just get bread off of you. No, I'm saying like something like that is really broke. That's really a broke mentality. Is a poverty mindset,
Yeah, they wait.
Down cute. Downstate. Good boy. Downstate.
They don't listen. They living real good.
Yo, those Corsals are nice. So I just had to look at my Corsal when I did a video. Check that boy out.
This Joker, see, these type of dogs, when they play fetch different. Come on, give it to me. Give.
Real.
That's Jamie Foxx's Corsals versus my Corsal. Look at that Joker. I'm not gonna say my boy is disciplined. Also, check him. But Jamie's is very I like the training.
Down cute. Downstate. Good boy. Downstate.
They don't listen. They living real good.
Then you get this badass little boy up here. Look at him.
They play fetch different. Come on, give it to me. Give.
Real estate agents are starting to get a really bad rep, and I'm starting to see a lot of people talking down on real estate professionals, and I'm a real estate broker, and I finally understand why, and I see y'all's point. So yesterday I made a post and I was saying, I don't understand why anybody would want to get into real estate and get their license right now without doing the proper research of knowing what people are struggling with and the current market, right? And I acknowledged in that video that a lot of people, a lot of consumers, a lot of homeowners, they're struggling right now. And that is the truth, okay? People have bought their homes for more than what they're worth currently. A lot of clients I'm seeing that are wanting to sell are selling because, one, their insurance is getting too high, taxes are too high, their mortgages are increasing, they're trying to hurry up and sell. There's not many buyers right now. Buyers are struggling because their credit and the economy and affordability, people aren't able to pre-qualify for a decent amount to get a decent home because home prices are high. That is the truth of the market. It's the truth. And a lot of realtors commented under that post and said, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my best year yet. I'm making a lot of money. I'm making commission. I'm doing this. Just because you're producing in this market does not take away from the fact that people are struggling. You might be able to sell a listing, but the truth is it's taking 10 times the amount of work. Open houses aren't what they used to be. You can't just put a listing on the market right now and it just sell quickly. Okay, there were a lot of realtors in that comment section completely disregarding the consumer and the consumer perspective because you're making money. I'm making money as well. I sell majority multifamily homes. I teach my clients to use their first-time home buyer loans to purchase multifamily, so the other units are paying majority of their mortgage. So in times like this, they're okay financially.
Yeah, I think as an agent, to me, the best agents I've ever worked with are the ones that can educate you while they help you buy. Because most of the cats just want to get a check. Let's be for real. Oh, no. Y'all just want to get a check. That's it. And I get it. You got to get a check. But sis, there's two things going on. We getting checks, and at the same time, we noticing what's happening with the market when it comes to the sellers and the buyers. And a lot of times they're there because they didn't listen to the agent telling them, you like this home, but there's no equity. You like this home, but how long are you going to be here? 3 years? You may not be able to sell it in that time. Some of them said, hey, yeah, it's going to appreciate and run up. Yeah, it's some bad real estate agents out here, and it's some good ones. It's some very, very good ones. But we're in a crazy upside down time right now in the market, but it's not everywhere. I keep saying that. This is not a global or a national epidemic. This is not a pandemic-like style thing taking place in the real estate market. You have markets right now in Georgia, specifically in Atlanta, that they're appreciating, going up, running up. The West Cobb market, specifically Cobb County, Paulding, Dallas, Kennesaw, Acworth, all the places you go to and you're like, oh God, I'm going up here. I wonder what's happening. These people looking at me weird. Oh no. Because some of y'all be like that. But they people just like you up there. Just like you. And I found that in some places up there, you can't find new construction under $600,000, bro. That's crazy. That means your first starter home is going to be $600,000 if you want to live in that area. Now, guys, we're going to talk about South Florida market. We're going to talk about like Gulf Coast market, Louisiana. I may throw in Cali. I definitely will talk a little bit about Philly. I love talking about the places that I've lived in or done business in before. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, that's the biggest thing right now. Some of these guys are just stuck. They're just stuck. You didn't buy right. You got to buy right. So new buyers, if you're looking for a house, don't leave me a message or email me because I'm not going to help you find a house. I don't do that. I'm a broker just like her, and I wouldn't even do it if you paid me. Trust me, it's just not enough time right now, but I will give you the advice you need. And I continuously give that advice in the Patreon because at the end of the day, if you buy right, you build equity, you buy at a discount, nobody should be getting out the market right now when it comes to buyers. Y'all should be lowballing the hell out of them bulls. Oh, no. Y'all should be taking them to the sweatshop. You're like, Leon, that sounds racist. I said sweatshop. I didn't say Asian sweatshop. I didn't say African sweatshop. I didn't say Hindu sweatshop. I didn't say I didn't say none of those other sweatshops. I just said sweatshop. Stop leaving those damn stupid comments. Don't message me. I said sweatshop. Anybody can have a sweatshop.
Majority of my clients are still buying, are still okay because investors buy in a down market. However, despite the fact that I'm still successful, I can acknowledge the struggle of the market. I can be honest with my single family home clients that want to sell their home and the numbers are tight, I can be honest with them and say, hey, do you want to rent your house and hold on to it for now? You don't have much equity. Do you want to wait? Because I'm not striving to make as much commission as possible and sell as many homes as possible. I want to help as many people as possible.
And she said it right there. And I tell people, you don't want to strive. The hustle culture says we strive, we take every penny off the table, we leave them with nothing, we go keep going, I'm hustling, baby. Nah, bro. If you posture yourself the right way, the business will come to you, whether you are an agent, loan officer, or just an investor trying to find a good deal. Yeah.
Educate as many people as possible. I want to educate my agents. I want to educate my clients. I want to be as honest with my client about what's going on in the world, in the market right now, so they can make the decision of what is best for them.
Wow. For some of y'all don't do the home inspections. So when the inspectors go and they check out the place, this is what they see in some of these houses. This is what they see. And it looks great on the outside, but when they start pulling it apart, they find this stuff. That's why you don't buy these houses without somebody doing your inspection. I'll be damned if I don't. Even knowing how to look at and walk through a home and check out certain important pieces, I still wouldn't do it. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. That's gonna be that's gonna be an issue. That's an issue waiting to happen, bro. That's a big issue waiting to happen. For real. Shoot. Look at me. I ain't even prepped this one. Who cares? I got a new one I bought in, so who cares? Hey, man. Hey, I'm about 20 minutes into this, 15 minutes of me talking. This is the show. This is how we do. I just react to this live content here. I may cover a couple things that I saw in the news that I think you would like to hear, know about, or you should know about. But more importantly, we got the Patreon. And leave a comment. If you got something to say, you got a question, I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is what I do. At noon. Let's go.
I say this because I love you, but stop getting scammed with those business conferences, real estate investing, $10,000 courses, Finesse Fest. And I already know I'm pissing people off, but what's new? So anyway, I say that because I spent a lot of money, and not just on the meeting itself, but to travel to go to these meetings. And I would say 95% of them were a complete waste of money. You're doing the right thing. You're trying to invest in yourself. You're trying to learn some things so you can grow as an individual, grow your business, whatever the case is. You get there, everyone is dressed up, cute, taking pictures. Okay, cool. You go in there with your pen and paper ready because you're going to write down all these gems. They end up being rocks. And here's the thing. They're doing this as a money grab, to be real with you. Not only are they making the money from you, but they're making money from the vendors that are trying to market their business.
Did she just say it's a money? It ends up being rocks? Oh, girl, she nailed it. She nailed it. Come on.
It's just a big money grab. And I peeped game a long time ago. You're thinking that you're going to get some information to actually use and grow your business. No, you're going to get a motivational pep talk. You could have saved your money and did something else with it. So I'll leave you with this. Number one, most of the stuff is on YouTube. You have to sit down and really research. A lot of the things I paid for, I ended up finding for free, to be real. Number two, those meetings are great for networking. That was the best part of it. I met so many wonderful people that I end up needing their services or whatever. Build that network and go there for those reasons. That makes sense. And lastly, I'm not saying to not work with those people. I ended up buying courses from a lot of them that were completely worth the money. It's just those conferences, they're fluff, you know? So just be careful.
You know, and that's what some people don't realize. With that Invest Fest wasn't designed, when I looked at it, to be like an in-depth deep dive into how to invest in real estate. It was really meant to highlight certain key things going on at that time, to bring to your attention certain things that you should know and probably do additional studying and research for if you're going to go in that area, to introduce you to some of the players that are in that space, And some of them have courses, some of them have programs and communities. And I truly believe now that's one of the best ways to learn. I'm a part of about three communities. An AI community, which is dope, and it helps me with a lot of my automation. A real estate community, even in a real estate space, as an agent, I'm still involved in investor communities. And what's dope about most of these communities, they're online. So you find a community that you like, connect to it, you do the live streams, all those different things. I truly believe if most of those communities are like $50, 15, $20 to join at most, right? I got a lot of stuff from out of there. The key is, y'all think somebody's just going to come and give you everything. You don't learn unless you execute and then iterate on what you learned. And keep iterating on it, switching up on it, adjusting on it, because even unless you're buying a franchise, your particular business may actually be completely different from other type of businesses that are similar to yours. Same thing with me with real estate. I'm doing reaction videos with you right now. And agents out there popping up, sweating. I'm trying to show you the house. Let me open the house. You're like, Leon, they're going to make $5K off the commission. You don't know what I'm going to make, bro. Keep on going. I'm just helping you.
Just because I don't want to buy a house like you did or invest into real estate like you did, that means I don't have money or I can't afford it. No, I don't want to follow the American dream. Buy a house, take out loans, buy a car, pay your debt off. I don't want to do that. Is something wrong with that? Why are y'all mad at me because I don't want to follow the system? You can't get mad at people who don't want to follow the same path that you on. Because even if we do follow the path, all you're going to do is brag and say, oh, I've been doing this for 5-10 years, or my first property. And I'm going to buy a house eventually. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to purchase a home. I'm going to buy land. I'm going to get into real estate. But it doesn't have to be here. Why do y'all feel like everything has to be done here? Like America is the best at everything. It's countries that's going to develop in the next 5 to 10 years way better than America has ever done. America's class. Finished. Done.
I don't believe that. I'm so far from off. I'm not going to say America's perfect. We got our problems in this country too, but it's not going to be like crushed, done, and completed. Remember when, I don't know if some of y'all can remember this, bro. Look, I'm probably going to date myself. I don't know. I may. I look good for my age, though. Don't get it twisted. And you need to say you look good for your age, too. Don't hate me. I'm just telling you. Remember 2000 when it was like on the brink of 99? Some of y'all may know, some probably won't. Remember 1999 going into 2000. They said everything was going to shut down. They said once computers hit 2000, there was going to be some virus that released because the computers can't go over 2000. See, these are the types of lies and deceptions I tell people don't listen to them. I don't say buy real estate in America or buy real estate here because it's some great deal. Honestly, it's based on an individual. For me, real estate was great for making money through transactions and house hacking for equity, not for having 50 rentals here, 10 rentals here, 20 rentals. We aspire to those things. There's great, but do you want to do the work for it? Honestly, I don't want to work it. I know I've had rentals before, and when you have a tenant that reaches out to you, or even a property manager that kind of scams you or takes more money from you than they should be taking, oh no, you kind of start thinking this stuff through. Like, man, I know this dude's got 50, but really, what's going on? What's working and going on in that 50 properties he's managing? You know, what does his life look like? And this is real talk. I'm telling you. That's why I say a lot of people are just imitators. You're not originators. You see it and you just go follow it. You don't even think it through. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not even badgering or beating you up, because the reality of it, all of us have gone there. We go through that place and then we find out, damn, tricks are for kids. Oh no. Like, you find out that it worked great for him, but it doesn't work good for you like that. You probably need to do something just a little bit different. And I'm a believer, that's why I put the community together, that when you have a real good sense of who you are, you do these business deals, all this stuff a little bit more different, you know? So you can take your eyes off of looking at people and just know that you have a unique path for you in this space of real estate. If that's what you're endeavoring to do, stop imitating them. Take the information and look and say, God, you know, how do you want me to roll this out in my life? What's the best way for me to do this?
What's going to get better in the next 5-10 years? The next president that come in going to mess everything up. And before y'all get on here and comment and say, oh, he don't want to own that because he don't have no money, bro. I took 20 flights in 6 months. Do the math. Just do the math, bro. You know, I hate social media because I could have showed y'all my lifestyle 2, 3, 4 years ago. The Mercedes, when I was traveling, when I had all these clothes, shoes, jewelry, I could have showed y'all everything, but I didn't care about social media. So now that I got a little bit of wisdom and I'm trying to learn and do this and do that, I've been good. I've been well off. And if we being honest, I was more broke trying to live the American dream. As soon as I left America, that's when money changed for me. And the reason why I'm telling y'all don't buy a house is because if you're in a situation where obviously you can buy a house or you can wait on it, just wait. Don't feel like you need to do it right now. If you can go somewhere and network and get experience, do that first, because that can bring money. So my honest advice is if you don't need a house, don't buy it. You can wait, develop yourself, figure out how to make real money, use the internet to make money, travel, and stay close to God. That's it. Because bro,
And I do think I'm gonna add this in on them. If you do it like that, then you're gonna realize that real estate it's not so much about it being a path for wealth, but you jumped in, you created a business that generates cash flow because you need cash flow in real estate, bro. I'm gonna tell you, don't let these people tell you can buy this stuff with no money down. I've done it multiple ways. You need cash, okay? You need money, but the exciting, coolest thing to do is to wholesale, is to become an agent. If you want to be so close to property, do that. And you'll find out how to sell. You'll learn so much about the properties, about real estate. And then from there, you can determine, hey, bro, do I want to be the biggest property owner in the Southeast region or whatever you endeavor to do? If I want to add 5 or 6 properties onto my portfolio. Homeboy's not lying. And I think we over glamorize it. We make it all this big thing, this level of achievement, when it takes multiple skill stacking to actually be great in the space. Selling is a skill. Investing is a skill. All of that. Presentation is a skill. Like, how do I present, bring it? All those things are skill. Connecting with people, developing those relationships, all those are skills. We ran into it so fast at InvestFest and some of these other places. We got so excited. Nobody told you got to build a skill. And that's going to require you. Sometimes you do it. And then and then you iterate on what you do. And then you become better and better. And then you grow from there. The skill gets stronger and you're able to identify, I wouldn't mess with that house. Look at that spot right there. That's a foundation. And then you don't have to keep calling these people to keep telling you things that, and they looking at it and using you. They're like, oh yeah, I can come out and show you what that's like, because you just looking to them. It's a lot of stuff on the internet that you can learn from, bro.
at the end of the day, all this stuff is temporary. We can't take anything with us, but we still have one life to live. So if you want freedom, strive for it. Figure out how you have to do it. Because like I said, money is the tool to do good or bad. So if you're really trying to make money to take care of your family and, have the experience, you got to sacrifice. Don't do what everybody does. Real estate is always going to be there, but it doesn't have to be the first option. The first option should be to make money, real money, create a business. So then later on, you can take some of that and invest back into real estate. Some of y'all go straight into real estate, taking out loans, getting in debt.
Something I wish somebody would have told me before I moved to Atlanta is the amount of discernment I need to have when it comes to networking and connecting with different people. A lot of people in Atlanta are not who they say they are. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm being so for real. Like, moving here really made me understand why the Bible says you have to measure people by their fruit. Because a lot of people will claim to be successful, or they'll talk themselves up to be more than they actually are. And the more you talk to them and the more you discern and use the Holy Spirit, you realize like, oh wait, you're actually not that. You're lying. Of course, this can happen anywhere, right? But I'm just saying, I've lived in Atlanta for 6 years and I've experienced this myself so many times. And there are so many people who do not have discernment and who do not have wisdom that are getting tricked. Why are you buying somebody's ebook about social media growth when they have not even proven to have grown anyone's social media, let alone theirs?
They don't have a channel. You look at them, their followers is 200. You got all these things that's out here that they throwing at you because they learned this one little technique. I agree with her. I sympathize with her. I've done it before. I'm never going to bash y'all because I'm going to tell you honestly, I was just like her, but I was doing exactly what she said don't do. I thought I needed to be at this conference. I needed to have this person mentoring me. I thought I needed this coach. Oh my God, he needs $5K to do it. I got to go run a deal. If I can run a deal, get 10, I can pay him 5, and I got 5 where I can use for marketing. People think like that, and because it's so, it draws you into a point where you think that if you do exactly what they do, you'll get exactly what they get. And that's a lie. I think that's the biggest lie. People say, well, you make a cake and you get like this. Even that cake is off a little bit. Even as you do that, you're learning how to follow that recipe, and you may imitate it, but that cake ain't going to become a great cake until you actually start putting your foot in it. You know how grandma used to put her foot in that cake?
Congratulations. Well
yeah,
done.
You know what I'm saying? That was the recipe that kept iterating, and it may have started off one way when she did it, but after she did it a couple times, and then the grandmama did it, and then mama did it, auntie did it, the next thing you know is a different type of recipe. Same foundation, just a different type of flow. It fits that family and how they like to eat cake.
Or why are you paying somebody to mentor you who does not even have a successful business themselves? Like, it's little stuff like that. You got to test them fruits, especially when it comes to investments. And even if it's not money, time is still money. Do not invest your time into somebody who is not who they say they are. Like, where I'm from, people are real enough about who they are and what they got going on. They're not going to try to put up no front and make it seem like they live in a type of lifestyle or doing the type of business that they're not actually doing in real life. But when I started encountering people like that in Atlanta, I'm just like, what? Is it the hustle culture? Like, I truly don't understand. It's like this thing where they want to have more pull than they actually do. And it don't make sense to me.
It made perfectly good sense to me. It made perfect sense to me. Everybody want to be important. See that video I did about everybody in Atlanta's a celebrity? Everybody is Atlanta. They're a celebrity. Everybody got to be famous. The reason they got to be famous because it fits for some, and that's not all people, but it's a good amount. It's a good amount. It satisfies some type of lacking that you have in you. Like, you need to have that level of attention. That makes you whole. That makes you complete. You feel like you have purpose now. You feel like, hey, people are watching me. They're paying attention to me. Man, get into Patreon. I'm going to tell you, that's all a lot of bullshit, bro. It is. It is. It's dealing with that insufficiency inside of you that you're trying to project to other people as being confidence, but you never dealt with that issue inside of you to establish real confidence, for real. And it's not about how many times you do the deal. It's not about how much money you make in a real estate deal. It's never about how much money you build or acquire to actually do the deal. Doesn't matter how big it is, how many subdivisions you build. I met jokers that they build some subdivisions, but they as insecure, inferior as the next Joe walking down the street. You see it all over their face. They want you to follow them. They want you, hey man, I did. And people will do that. I've done it before. Thousands and thousands of dollars following a wrong way. And I'm just telling you right now, everybody has an individual path. And if you just take the time and figure that out, this real estate thing becomes more of a tool to you than like the purpose of life or the reason why you're on this earth. Or everybody got these reasons.
And it don't make sense to me.
And one thing that has been pissing me off lately, quite literally, is the amount of young to middle-aged black males that reach out to me pretending like they want to work with me and then later saying they want to date me, whether it be our first conversation, like after we've already decided to put in an offer or whatever. They keep pretending like they want to work with me, but the truth of the matter is they want to date me or sleep with me. If that is your intention when you reach out to me about seeing a property or me becoming your realtor, please refrain from reaching out. And shame on any other realtors that are just out here sleeping with clients to get the deal. That's cool if that's what you want to do, I guess, whatever. But I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur.
You have 3 showings?
She said, I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur. Y'all, some people really don't realize how true this video is, because I know so many dudes who have tried to sleep with like female realtors that I know, and they'll lie and be like, hey man, can you meet me out at the house? Yeah, I'm pre-approved for $500,000. And you get out there, homie, show me the pre-approval, which is the worst thing. I always ask them to send it before I even get out there. Show me the pre-approval. I think I left it at home. But can you show me the house? No, homie, you got to sign right here. And if you sign right here, I need to see the pre-approval. Oh, okay. Well, tell me, where do you live? How long you been in the market? Hello, you look better. You look better in person than you do in your pictures. Are you married? Oh no. Yo, I don't hate on it. I don't hate on it because it's some of y'all that will bust it wide open for a real one. Y'all do it.
Realtors that are just out here sleeping with clients to get the deal. That's cool if that's what you want to do, I guess, whatever. But I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur.
You have 3 showings?
We have 3 showings this week, and we need someone to be there to let us in, minus the drama.
Wait a minute. Let me get something clear with you, Mel, because I really don't want this thing to escalate. And by no means am I taking this out on you, so don't let my passion and my voice be taken as me being confrontational with you. Wait a minute. I live here. There's no showing, Mel. I live here. That woman can't put my house up. I don't. There's got to be something in which she's got to have my permission to put the house up for sale. This is ridiculous.
Well, all I can tell you is maybe you should obtain an attorney, let them know what's going on, maybe put a stop on the sale. But for right now, the house is on the market, and we have 3 showings this week.
Real estate is not passive income because you don't know how to set it up right. This is what nobody tells beginners. First off, your tenants. Like, bro, they're not there to pay and stay. Late payments, complaints, turnovers, that shit is all a part of the game. And if you go in thinking that, oh, I'm gonna just get tenants and run up a bag, yeah, you're gonna be fucked. Comment sign, I'll send you my first time investor's guide. Next up, maintenance. Something will always fuck up. AC, roof, plumbing, the tenant got a dog that's chewing your fucking walls and shit. And if you're not prepared, your profits are gonna disappear.
There's some shit I wish I would have learned or known before I be.
The profits will go faster than you think, bro. And I've had it before. I had deals that I started and I lost. We started with the end of a certain number in mind, and then the market goes like this, and then they go, and then you like on a roller coaster going, oh, why the hell did I even choose this freaking single family? Why the hell I choose this townhome? Oh no! And you like, and it stops right there, like you in Six Flags, and imagine just sitting down like this, inverted, and you're steering. You're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall. That's how it feels when you adjusting that number, and you're like, damn. All that profit, your heart is beating like, stop, let me off. And some of y'all not ready for that because it will break. If your mind isn't right, if you're not settled in your spirit, and this is why I see a lot of people start suing people and acting this type of way in real estate, because y'all not settled in your spirit about the outcome before you even get in the outcome. And a lot of times we understand it's going to be wins, it's going to be losses. And I would actually move a little bit differently just with some of these newfound confidence and experiences I have, you know? But, you know, some of y'all just like that. And y'all think it's supposed to work out perfect. Man, when that thing have you pissing in your pants and you waking up at night, you're like, oh, shoot. I put 50,000 into this thing, and I got people I owe, and people that want to buy, and people that trust me. Look, your life changes, bro. That's why the best advice I could tell people in this real estate space: do the shit by yourself. Have all those feelings and emotions by yourself, because the worst thing is having those feelings and emotions when the rug gets slipped underneath you, and then you got somebody talking to you and telling you, "Where's my money?" Because they don't want to do that. They just want to give you the money and they think it's going to grow like you, their financial manager. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. That's why I don't do none of that. That's why. Because I see it coming. I've seen it. Hell no, y'all ain't get me to that shit.
I'm a real estate agent. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give it to y'all real, raw, unfiltered. I'm going to say it exactly how it needs to come out. Because this industry can be smoke and mirrors if you let it be. First of all, you're going to spend way more money before you make any money. Marketing, gas, time, content, lock boxes, signs, all that shit adds up. You're not just selling homes. You're running a real life business. If nobody told you that, let me tell you now. Your money management is not right. Real estate will drown you before it feeds you. Secondly, you're not going to get support from who you think you are. And if you do, kudos to you. Your friends might not let you sell them a house. Your family might not even believe that you know what you're even doing. People will watch your posts, like your stories, and still not call you, even when they know you're a realtor. But that doesn't mean you're not doing enough. It just means you haven't built your audience yet.
Right now, there.
And That's why I said this market right now, if you ever wanted to get into real estate, I think this is the best time to do it. I know with all the crap that I just told you before, I think this is the best time to do it. And you're talking to somebody who got in 2006. 2006. My first deal was a house that was going into foreclosure, and I had to help the guy who was my previous boss and owner of the company. Yeah, this joker called me up after he fired me too. Nigga called me up after he fired me, and I was running a 4 o'clock a.m. shift from 4 a.m. and I get a certain type of way every time I feel it. Y'all like, that nigga just playing. I really still do get a certain type of way because I was walking out of this hotel probably 3 months ago, and I saw my boss too. He got another, not my current boss, but the owner of the company I was a part of, and he running another company attached to a hotel. But I felt some type of way. This joker called me to save his house after he fired me. Oh no. Please. But I went because it was my very first deal and I need to make some money. Y'all crazy. I ain't got no emotion attached to that shit. Show me the check.
Not doing enough. It just means you haven't built your audience yet.
Right now, there are close to 40% of contracts being terminated in Metro Atlanta, which to me is disturbingly high. There's a lot of buyers walking away from houses for various reasons. Some are, I think, are legit. Others are not so legit. But I just wanted to say, if you're a buyer and you're under contract on a property in Atlanta and you're conducting inspections, there are some things that are very important that I think very much the seller should take care of if you find them during the inspections. These things are the roof, the electricals, HVAC, plumbing, structural issues, anything mold related. Those are items that 100% must be taken care of by the seller. Those are non-negotiables. Those are big ticket items. But the smaller things, like GFCI outlets that are missing in the bathrooms, doors that don't latch all the way, missing door stoppers, if the gutters don't have a downspout connector to divert water further away from the foundation, little things like that are like $10, $15, $25. Go to Home Depot, buy them after closing, call it a day. Right now, buyers are sending these laundry lists of repair requests to sellers. Sellers are like, what? Go pound sand. We're not doing these repairs. Buyers are terminating. I think buyers and more importantly their agents need to educate them on what's important, what's not important. And if you have some issues with some of the smaller items, go back to seller and ask for a closing cost credit. They'll probably give you some money. You can do the repairs after closing and call it a day.
I'm gonna freeze him right there, and that's enough with that. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, he's right, but then he's wrong. And I used to think the same way that way traditionally as an agent. That's the out of the off the showroom floor statement right there. Yeah, you don't send them a laundry list. You have them take care of the major things. I'm like this. Wipe the floor with them motherfuckers right about now. Wipe the floor. Now, why you like Leon said, wipe the floor. I like watching Real Estate Lunchbox. Look, check this out. Okay, this is the science behind it. This is why I say it. One is not for in every situation. Two, if the property is going to fit the top 3 things that allow you to be able to now sell that property and not have any issues, and it's desirable, good school system, location, 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 do it. Wipe the floor with them. But if it's just a house and you like it, ask yourself the question, if I had to turn around and sell this house in the next 2 to 3 days, what's the driving factor that's going to make me sell it? To me, it's that simple. It's that simple. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I'm playing with you? I done house hacked already. Plenty of houses. Bro, I'm house hacking a house I'm in right now. You ain't got to listen. That's true, you don't. You should go join the Patreon though, because you'll hear my full rant concerning that. Because I'm not gonna go deeper into it. But at the end of the day, bro, it works just like that. It's all about the climate. Every climate is different, and this is just one of the climates. You can go get it. This is better than a climate in 2020. This is better than a climate in 2016. I liken this to the tail end of the climate in 2020, in 2008, 9, 10. Y'all just gonna have to have some really, it's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna happen when it comes to deals hitting the market, opportunities for some of y'all to buy your own homes. Y'all don't think it is. And the problem is you got the wrong mindset. Y'all don't think it is. I just see the fire sale coming, bro. I see it coming. I want to be in a place where I'm like, you're like, Leon, ain't you there? I'm there when I got you there. Like when, I'm not even gonna get into that. But yeah, it's coming to that point where you're gonna be like, I want this, I want, like, how does it happen? Because now these corporations are forced to get rid of those houses. They're gonna flood the market. Sellers that need to sell are gonna flood the market, and there's gonna be less buyers. And that's buyer demand, babe. That's what it's called, buyer demand. That's it. And I'm 45 minutes in right now. And the link for the description, this is right there. The Patreon is right there. Go do the do. Let's have these better conversations, deeper conversations. Because it's not that, well, I ain't even gonna get that to you. I'll keep that for the Patreon.
In regards to my last video, a lot of y'all are being dense. Obviously, it's not just black people. But the whole point that I'm making is if you take a group of white people and a group of black people, right? The group of white people probably look regular, like regular schmegular outfits. They might have a, nice car, might have a nice watch, right? But you look at the group of black people, right? They're gonna have on bust down chains, bust down Cubans, bust down watches, designer clothes, Chanel bag, like
Materialism. My people suffer from the highest form of materialism to take care of some of the insecurities. That's right, the highest form of, and I get it. I've been there, done that. I got y'all. I rock. I got it. I understand.
And the average black person will look at that group of black people and think that they're more successful than this group of white people, right? Because of the tangible materialistic things that they see on the black people. Not knowing that not only do the white people have the money, but they also have the stock set up, they have the savings, they have the Roth IRA, they have the 401k, they have all that shit, right? That's real success. The whole point that I'm making is, why do I have to have a Chanel bag, drive a Benz, have a bust down chain on the bust down watch for you to look at me as successful, right? You give the same amount of money to a black guy, he gonna go get Cuban chains, Gucci, Rick Owens, all that shit, right? Instead of investing in stocks, you give that same amount of money to a white boy, he's gonna go invest in stocks, invest in the business or something.
I think that's a general statement. Because there's some white boys that are fuck ups too. Don't get that twisted. And I try not to curse on this. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to keep it ad friendly. Oh no. Your boy working on it. We working. But at the end of the day, it's some white boys that are fuck ups. I said it again, right? Damn. But they are. They screw ups. They are. And it's okay to realize that. I think we have to realize that more now. And more importantly, we got to realize that we're dealing with a culture also where we've been trained to think like that. That's been the proof of success in the abundance of things or quality and high-end things. It hasn't been the how can I take this money, take this tool and use it to grow something. So now we're in a pivoting place where we know these catchphrases of generational wealth, all these different things, but we haven't gotten to the place where we can, well, I don't say we, because I love it. And I think a lot of us are starting to wake up as black people, period. But more importantly, as people starting to wake up, period. Because you got to understand that these are skills you build. It's not a white, it's not a black thing. Yes, we do have white people that have great amount of money, but I've seen a lot of poor white trash before. Oh no. Boy, I done been in their house. I done sold them security systems. And I'm like, damn, she got one tooth. Oh no. And the mobile house got one way in and one way out now. Oh no. Where's my gun? Pat me down. But the shit is real. It is. So don't feel insecure. It's a bunch of other white people that's struggling too. But do this. Start looking at this thing as a skill. Don't be afraid to step out, screw up, iterate, and then step out again.
That's my whole point that I'm making. Like, don't be dense. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, it's not just black people. Obviously, that can go on in the white community as well. I'm specifically talking about why black people feel like it's a constant status quo and a constant competition. Even the way that black people club. Let's not even talk about the nightlife. I come from the nightlife, so I know. You spend $1,000 on sections, on liquor, throw money, throwing napkins, throwing this, throwing that. For what? For what? To have a good time? Like, you know what I'm saying? There are other ways to have good times. Like, I don't be dense, y'all. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
If you don't know how to make a sale, if you can't go get a stranger to buy your product or service, don't touch the money. That debt gonna have you lose your wife, lose your husband, get them kids at a private school, gonna take you to bankruptcy. No business funding first. See, everyone doesn't know how to sell. The mistake I see, people spend 3 months, 6 months, a year trying to figure out how to get funding and get the credit cards and drain their 401k and they build the business. They got the website, the product, they got all this. Now they're looking for the button to push to bring the customers. That's the hardest part in business. The $1 million problem is getting a person to drive into your store and go pull that credit card and spend with you. If you can't do that, don't touch that money.
All right, y'all, let's talk.
Ooh, that girl, John Blaze. She blaze it, and she on 100% right. The best thing I think I've ever learned to do was to sell. No, honestly, I think that's been the gift, the sales gift or skill. And it's not a gift. Anybody can learn it, bro. All of y'all can learn how to sell. All of y'all can learn how to sell. But selling, so imagine, I'm going to just give you a simple scenario. Imagine you go to work. You may have a part-time job. Let's say you have a full-time job. It's not a lot of stress. You don't have a whole bunch of energy. I mean, you don't have a whole bunch of energy drain. When you come home, you can moderately, enjoy yourself or relax. You would say, Leon, why do I want to do something different? I would tell you, do something in addition to what you're doing. Add on the ability to sell. Find a corporation or product that you truly believe in. Find a place you can work part-time. Find a place where you can actually get some basic skill training and they have a good program, and do it. Because sales is the only reason I was able to move back to Atlanta from living at the beach on a golf coast. Yeah, boy, I was on the beach. Oh, no. They were like, why the hell you come back? I had kids. That area didn't have the best school system. But let's be 100 though. I was able to sell on the corporate associate level and then get promoted to a mid-level, have my own team management for like ADT corporate, learning how to sell alarm systems. I'll say their name because I'm so far removed from it. But it helped me to be able to develop that sales skill. Now you say, Leon, why is that important? Because in sales, there is no restriction on your paycheck. In sales, that's why people say they get into real estate. The agents getting in, they don't realize you're getting into a sales position. That's why some agents, they make money because they understand that. And some of y'all are some try to get into glamour. They get into the glamour. They think it's not all the stuff you think it is. It's not about knowing the most amount of information. It's about learning how to sell, how to ask the right questions, how to gain the right information, okay? And then how to show someone how what they're lacking, what you have meets their need. And that's it. And your income level shoots up. Your confidence shoots up, but your income level goes up. And it's not restricted to that paycheck you get the second of every week. Second week in every month or twice out the month or however you get paid every week. It's not restricted to that. That is the entrance to entrepreneurship. Great entrepreneurs know how to sell. And this is probably for the commentary channel. God, I'm just supposed to be reacting to videos. So let me get back to this. I'm giving you more Patreon stuff than I should be.
Don't touch that money.
All right, y'all, let's talk about it. Landlords are now offering buy now and pay later options for tenants to pay their rent. Now, if you're not familiar with these companies, there are companies out there by the name of Affirm and FlexBuy. Now, typically, these companies would allow you to purchase an item or a service, and you can pay them installment payments for the item and service, so you don't have to actually pay the full dollar amount up front. But now they're opening up saying that you can now pay your rent, and you can utilize this same buy now, pay later. So basically, you can rent and stay now, and you can pay your rent later. Now, do you think this is a good idea, or do you think this is setting the tenant up for predatory lending?
Josie's Air. I don't know about predatory lending, but I do know that's a badass idea. It's really bad. Matter of fact, the whole buy here, pay here thing is nothing more than a buy here, pay here. That one also is bad, but a buy now, pay later, that's treacherous. That's evil. They tapping into your future earnings. You know that, right? And you're like, Leon, I gotta do it. I get you, but try to get to that place where you don't always have to do it. If they're gonna do it and give you $500 line of credit, just put 5 to the side bit by bit by bit. Leon, how do I go about do it? The way we used to do it, and I don't do it as much like this anymore. I moved to other things. Initially, I was just buying gold and silver. I would buy little gold and silver coins and put them somewhere. Now, y'all, I need y'all to use your head. If I was doing that 5 years ago, how much do you think gold and silver is worth now? See, what it does, it makes it harder to be able to take that money that you put into the savings account and just use it down the street. This is too much. Let's keep going. This is way too much. I just think some people just aren't ready for that because your mind locks up against it. You're like, oh, yeah, it's all the individual. For me, it made it harder for me to go and tap into that money. It was in a harder asset. I had to go somewhere liquidated. Then they were, of course, probably going to give me less than what it was at that time. But for some people that don't know how to set up those hard stops to keep them from, to keep them along the road of where they're trying to head for their financial goal, you know, and that's a big thing. You got to do it that's why I keep saying it's unique to you. Look at yourself, listen to your spirit, listen to what that little thing that says, that intuition that says, it's God talking to you, my man. It's God talking to you.
Horses? Yeah, that's it. All right, your total is $115. Cash or card? Can I do a payment plan? Y'all do payment plans? Brother. Buy now, pay later, and I just I keep paying. Yeah, I know, we do that. But bro, you gotta do a payment plan for Air Forces? Chill. Yo, I know the price increased, but that's really some low-level shit. Just let me do it. Like, what? Bro, I never heard of that, bro.
There's literally a scripture in the Bible that tells us the more we worry about money, the faster it flies away from us. Proverbs 23, 4-5. Do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Weary means tire yourself out. Stop dwelling on it. When you set your eyes on it, it is gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies towards the heavens. And I can even attest that in seasons in my life where I was really trying to work harder for money, the harder I worked, the further and faster it ran from me. Whereas the seasons where I was like, God, be God. Money would come from God knows where, God knows how. And it's probably because in those seasons I was aligned with him. I was fully trusting in him and I allowed things to flow. I didn't allow my worry to create a spirit of like control and trying to make sure that I do this and I gotta hustle, I gotta grind. When God's like, you just have to be patient.
You know, girl, she ain't right. She ain't wrong. She ain't wrong at all. I'm gonna tell you, like, worry changes your perception of what to do next. I learned that hard way. Worry actually makes it changes your perception on what to do next. Let me drop this down. It does. Like, you start seeing it different because you've created this figment of your imagination. Like, you created this image or how things are going to play out, and it's stemming from worry. And you're like, Leon, I keep trying not to worry. I keep trying not to worry. I'm about to drop some stuff on you. I'm going to just give you a piece of it. The rest of it is going to go to my other channel, Wealthy Gods, and I'm going to put the rest of it in my Patreon, people, because I love you. Oh, no. Because I get you. I feel you. Look, I get you. I'm tempted by worrying. In real estate, it's easy to be tempted by worrying. It's always something that comes. You got kids, you got family, you got to get to work, you got to get home, you got the car acting a certain way, the spouse. She's like, well, my baby, she be like, baby, we rocking. But some people don't have all of that. So it automatically, you start creating this world that doesn't exist, and you look at it, and then you step into it, and then you wonder why the decisions come out the way they come out. It's because you stepped into a world of worry that you designed in your head. Because I tell people, you're a creator. You're a creator. We spend more time chasing the bread when we should be creating. And it's easy to say, Leon, you could say that because of blah, blah, blah. And you got this, and you're online in the middle of the day streaming. Shouldn't you be out doing more than making some money? I say it because this is the money maker right here talking to you. This is really the money maker talking to you. Because the reality of it is, if I can touch enough people where you can open your eyes and become conscious of this, then some people won't go down a road that I've gone down plenty of times and was beating my head trying to figure out, why am I going down this road? The way you beat this money thing out is in your identity. The way you beat this money thing out is in your identity. It's not in your physical identity, you being a black person or being a white person. And that's true. It's more in your spiritual identity. It's you having some foundation that lets you know that the God of the universe loves you and you're his child. And he's always working working. Matter of fact, he's worked, but he's always positioning you for what he's already worked and done for you. But we don't ever get a chance to get to that place. And I don't bash people because honestly, I've been there too. I've been there, done that. I got the certificate for it, and damn, I don't feel like going down there no more. So I'm gonna keep telling y'all, this money and worrying thing, especially right now, you gotta learn and get with a tribe and get with people and get it to a place where that totally comes under submission to you, like under control to you, because you don't want to create things that God doesn't want to create for you. You don't want to create a future that you really shouldn't be stepping into, you know? And I'm not bashing you. I'm not beating you because, bro, real talk, we all get tempted. It comes at everybody.
All of my black community, I need y'all to come to the front. Now, for the past couple of days, I've been listening to a lot of discourse about the song Spin That, where some people are saying it's just a song, it's not that serious. And then the other half of the folks are saying we need to boycott it. Now, me personally, I do not like the song, and not for the same reasons as everybody else, because I don't look at celebrities to teach my kids nothing or be a role model for them, because that's my job. But I know people listen to these songs and they cannot just listen to the song. They want to make it a whole blueprint for their life. Now, y'all seen the mother and the daughter who just got caught stealing out the Louis Vuitton store. I think they stole about $7,000. It was like 2 bags or something like that. And they end up getting caught because they were sitting on TikTok making, reels to the Spin That song, holding these stolen bags in their hand. Then they end up getting locked up. But look at this chart. You see where we fall at on this list? We are last on the list. You know why? Because we promote a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit that people follow. And just because you won't follow it, that does not mean that a lot of people in our community don't. Why don't we make some songs about fucking investing? About how to stop over consuming? About saving money? You know why? Because then we would get better as a race. But
it wouldn't be sexy too, honestly. And I'm being real with you. Like, yo, what am I saving, bro? Is that y'all saving all that cash? Say that cash. Say that cash. Say it don't even go the same way, and I get it. But there's other ways to go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And I get what she's saying. The music programs us, and because the music programs us, and people think it's not that, and that's, or not conscious of it, the music programs us, bro. It does.
This is the shit that we are talking about and promoting. So that's the reason why I can't get in line. And a lot of these celebrities, the crazy part is they be making songs about shit that they're not even doing. Do better.
Things like that we don't think about. Or I can go put this cruise on Klarna, Affirm, all these different type of things, and I can pay it off. But I don't think about the fact that when I come back, now I got to make this payment every month. So again, that's basically a fixed expense because I got to pay that back every month. We don't think about those type of things.
What did y'all expect to happen?
I agree with him on that. I know I didn't when I first. I'm not telling you something that God ain't never navigate me through, bro. I think that's why I can share it. That's why I can do it. That's why I can share it. Working a job and then also being in real estate, and then also just trying to do real estate full time and have to deal with making your bills meet, bro. I'm telling you.
After 40 years of hip hop music and black culture infiltrating the airwaves and the TVs and the internet, screaming, drug dealing, whores, sluts, sex, cars, money, everything. It's all materialistic.
Mm-hmm. And we've been programmed to be a materialistic group of people. And I'm not saying that's it, period. Like, and that's not true because not all black people are materialistic. But and I'm gonna tell you, it's not just black people, bro. Don't get it twisted. I was looking at Asians recently, how they had a big spike in the luxury market when it comes to things like purses, homes, like going off the route. It's almost like they see what America's doing and Americans are doing when it comes to materialism and the life that we're living with credit and things like that. And when they're like, oh, snap, this is the way to doing it. And so it's affecting their culture. And that's why they're probably one of the leading. Yeah, they make money, but they're also buying a lot of luxury items. They're basing a lot of their value off of it. Bro, I don't just watch U.S. news. Some of y'all watch U.S. news. I watch news from all over the place, including the diaspora. I'm just all over the place. If it's a great story, I love to watch it. I love to understand what's going on in other cultures, not just in our culture. Our culture is important, but we can also learn some not to do's from other cultures too. Not that we mirror them, because let's be for real. This beautiful Black culture has affected everybody. Okay, and we will continue to be impactful on people, but I do understand, and I'm not going to deny, that we enjoy having stuff, okay? We enjoy flossing, we enjoy flexing. Oh, no. Your boy will do the same thing. You talking to a dude, his first big check in real estate, I went and bought me an Audi out cash. How the hell do you think I got this cut? Yo, and you can tell how long ago that was too, because look, it's all chipped. I had this for a while. But I'm going to tell you, real talk, that's it. So I ain't telling you nothing I ain't been through. I ain't telling you nothing I don't know. Would I have done that same thing over again? Hell yeah. I don't like having a car note. That was just a luxury I had. But the skills to actually take that money and to do other things, I had partners that had higher skill sets in that space. And I respected it and I saw it. You know, mine came up to a level, theirs went higher. But it challenged me to actually raise the roof on the skill set when it comes to money, real estate, and handling material. And I'm gonna just tell you like this. At the end of the day, materials are designed to serve you, not you serve it. If it's stressing you out, then for some reason you might ask the question, am I supposed to have it? Should I be doing it? Is this the right place to be at? I am not one of those YouTubers that tell you got to fit into this box. I'm gonna tell you, if you got a feeling and an inclination, something in you that's saying, hey, this is not, I don't know about this. There's a reason for that. I'm not talking, and you got to be honest with yourself. Is it a thing you're just being lazy? No, you got to know for yourself. Because I would look at things that I knew in my heart I should never have been there. But I was in this type of quest to impress, connect, project what other people like me are supposed to be projecting in the real estate space. You got a car, you got to get a Jaguar. A Jaguar was my first car I got. When I got my license, my first car was a Jaguar. Because I thought I needed, it was an X-type Jag. Because I thought I needed that in order for people to buy houses from me. And it sucked because I was in Riverdale and I pulled up to this light and this dude just poof, right behind me. I'm like, damn, my Jag. And I get out the joint and I'm looking at that mug. But you know why it was like that? It was because I was worrying when I came to that light, how the hell I'm going to sell more deals to pay that damn bill. Do you think any of my clients even, this is Leon, that's the dude with the X-type Jaguar. They didn't care. They just want to make sure that if wherever I took them to, whatever they purchased, they got good solid information from me, on good wisdom on what to do. I showed them the deals and I was responsible in the transaction. But the worry and the lie made up an image and I stepped into it and I got smashed in the back of that light. Dang, you know, I ain't never had car accidents till I've been to Georgia. What is up with this, Georgia? Why we always got these car accidents, bro? Never had one. Never had one. But I had to impress them. And at that time, I think I got my wife. My wife was like, and I had a paid off Honda Accord. Coming out the military, a paid off Honda Accord. Oh no! The joint was slick with the low profile tires, like late 90s, like 99. I know y'all like it's 2026, but damn, it was in 2026 at that time. It was like 2005, 2006, but it was that 1999. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, dude, that joint's nice. They paid it off, and I'm like, I gotta impress y'all. I'm gonna go sell it and buy a Jaguar. And I had just started dating my wife. She said, that car looks like a roach. It was a roach mobile. Man, the things you do to impress people that don't give too much shits about you. But you know what? God love you just the way that you are. You made in his image and his likeness. And my goal is just to tell you, keep on rocking and doing the things that you know you have to do. You know that's on your heart to do in this season. He like you, man. He love you. We got some great stuff for you. And I am out. Check out the Patreon. We rocking over there. Go over to Leon, the real Leon Duncan YouTube channel. I get a little bit more in relationship over there. And of course, Wealthy Gods. We rocking. All you guys are wealthy gods. Lowercase G. Because he made you the way he made you. I'm out. I talk too much.